about if the father lied to the girl just to have sex with her?
How could he have lied with my
It's possible
weaknesses?
because she's the one that is actually sorry, ma. If you're listening to this video, like she's stupid because if your father-in-law comes to you and say, "I'm sorry, my daughter, but my son cannot get you pregnant. He's not fertile. He had issues when he was young, blah blah blah."
Okay.
And you say, "Okay, daddy, let's do it."
Greetings. Yeah, well, as it hot like this, so we don't come show again. We are here again. It's the Blunt Bliss Show, and today is an amazing day because we have somebody that is very, very amazing that is going to do justice to a topic we have to deliberate on today. But firstly, you have to meet Rita. Of course, you know Rita. She's famous already. Rita, can you say hi?
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
This is Rita.
Don't fall for it. And also we have an amazing personality. We have Mr. Sampson. He's going to say hi to us and tell us who he is and how.
Hi, people.
Yes. So what's up? How happy are you to be in the show today?
Oh, I'm excited.
Wow. You're talking very calmly and it looks very gentle. Can we know a little about you before we progress?
Okay. My name is Samson Wonkolo. I'm a criminal psychologist by profession. And my humble self, I am the host of Diligent African Group, UAE, spanning over 5 years right now. In Nigeria, yeah.
Oh shit! You guys, I know the clap. Oh shit!
I'm just shocked.
Something we have that is very, very. I will have to bring it out because if you never subscribe, if you never like, if you never comment, see now this one be our market. Now this one be our shop.
Our urgent 2K.
Support us. Urgent 2K. Thank God we get woman for you.
Our urgent 2K, please click on that subscribe button.
Oh shit.
For free. Just they click and right now. If you never click on it.
You know they ask you for 2K or did they ask you for subscription? I bet you want for
free, right? For free. Just click.
Okay, so it's about for today. We want to advise somebody out there that is seeking for advice and many others that might be in this kind of situation. I'm going to read it out for you. So it says, I have been with my husband for 8 years. Okay? We have 4 children, but none of them are his. They have 4 children, but none are his. They are for his father. My father-in-law. Or more. Things they happen. No?
Wait, come again.
Okay, let me read it again. I have been with my husband for 8 years. Assuming say you don't marry now. You are with your husband for 8 years. Okay? We have 4 children, but none of them are his.
Wonderful.
They are for his father. That is my father-in-law.
The husband's father.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me finish it. My husband really wanted children, but his father knew he couldn't reproduce. So he put me in on the deal not to disappoint the son. Okay? His father passed away 2 weeks ago, and now the secret is weighing so heavily on me. Should I reveal it or not? See, now, like I said, there are so many truths to unravel. See, take note of this. He said that the father knew he couldn't reproduce, so he put me on the deal not to disappoint the son. See, take note. When you say putting on the deal, it means that the father knew that lady even before marriage.
Definitely.
Number one. Secondly, the father had to choose the wife for the son.
Sure.
Because the guy should have options, right? Of who to marry or not. But the father-in-law had to pick that lady for the son and compared the guy to marry.
Let's not really assume it that way.
Exactly.
It could also
For me, let's not assume.
Maybe the guy approached that lady.
Okay.
And then the father found his way around the lady.
Okay.
You know, elders can be very.
Yeah. So, but in this scenario, I mean, I want to get your own view. What do you think should be the solution? I mean, what this lady did, is it actually right? If you be in the position of the father-in-law, I mean, what will be your stand?
If I was in the position of the father-in-law,
yes,
my dear. First of all, let me be frank with you.
Okay.
Truth. There is no way you can manipulate truth. Truth may be bitter, but eventually, if it is truth, it will find a way into anyone's heart, and then we will amend our ways according to the truth.
Okay.
Okay, now, why you come be saying that after 4 kids? And then Papa don't close eye. And now she don't get the conscience to want to speak the truth.
8 years.
Waiting hide the truth since they come.
Wait, I have one question for you before you continue. When she said the father knew that the son could not reproduce, don't you think the son already knows that he cannot or is not fertile to impregnate the wife? How did the father know that the son is not fertile?
That is another question.
That's
Yes.
another equation.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
Because now it's like 3 people even involved.
Except say the guy, maybe he has issues that he's not even aware of, maybe from birth or something.
But
Okay,
but the lady in quote is saying that this guy is not aware that these kids are for his father-in-law, like the father-in-law.
That's his father.
Yes, that these kids are not for him, his husband.
Yeah,
so
because come to think about
husband.
it, she shouldn't be asking us if she should confess or not.
Okay.
If actually she believes that guy knows that he cannot reproduce.
Yes. Yes.
So let's get that out of the equation.
Okay.
Let's come back to the normal story.
Correct.
She said that she has a confession to make. Now the question is, should she confess?
Auntie, don't confess, I beg.
Okay.
Really?
No, I mean, Rita.
No, what's the point?
Okay.
See.
Wow.
Yes, to me, what's the point confessing? You're married for 8 years. You were sleeping with your father-in-law, right? Definitely, you've had feelings for him, because I don't know how you sleep with someone that you don't have feelings for, which is actually an abomination. I will never be in support of that. Now you've done that one. Now you have 4 kids. Your husband never knew about this. That's if you think he's not aware. Some men are very secretive that they know, but they will not say anything. What about if it's a plan between the husband and his father, and you're not even aware that your husband is aware?
Madam, know the plan for the man.
No, I'm not the plan for the man. I'm just saying.
Let's make do of the information.
How can we make do of the information?
So I'm just saying.
No,
I'm not help the man plan. All I'm saying is, she should not tell the husband, because she's going to spoil a lot of things. Do you get me? You don't know how this man is going to take it. You've had 4 kids. This is something that is very, very should I say delicate or very scary? Because if you tell the man, you don't know if that man is an abusive person. You might say, okay, we've heard stories of people killing themselves, killing their family, burn down the house and everybody inside. Let me
ask. If she tells the man, what is going to be the worst case scenario?
The man, if he can't shoot her, kill the children,
as far as I am concerned,
you scatter the family.
Wait till you hide when you think say you are safe for the past 1 year, 2 years, until after 4 kids.
Oh my God.
What makes you think now that it is now you want to confess that will save it? This is why, I'm not trying to maybe not be a solutionist to this thing, but let's call a spade a spade.
Okay.
You see truth. Truth is not friendly.
Yeah, it's bitter.
But truth has a way of healing things.
Correct.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
You cannot be a father. You say you did help your son.
Yeah.
So you did help your son by climbing his wife.
Oh my God.
Then at the end of the day, of course, you will go climb your wife. Then you can't come back, climb your son's wife. You born 4 kids. Whenever I even talk about even this father and your wife, even know this matter.
Yeah.
Okay, but more will not cause too much confusion. Let's come back to the issue. You have been sleeping with your son's wife. You gave birth to 4 kids.
Just like his daughter, because your son's wife is automatically your daughter now.
No.
Yeah,
but
somehow.
There is this concept that ladies do talk about. They say you do not need to reveal everything to a particular man unless you understand or you get to know if he has the IQ to be able to contain it. Because there are men you talk to about something, they will use it against you. I mean,
yeah, it's true actually. Generally, even with ladies, as a man, you can't tell every lady or treat them the same way in terms of communication. So persons don't know how to absorb things. But this particular one, are you saying now that the woman should go and tell the husband hey, sweetheart, I have a confession to make. And 8 years ago when we got married, your father said that you cannot reproduce or you are not fertile. So we did it. These 4 children are not yours. They are your so these 4 children are your siblings. Yeah, that's it now.
No, they are his uncles, right?
Yeah,
or what?
No, it's siblings because
siblings,
it's your
right?
father's children. So right now I'm like your stepmom.
Okay.
Your wife is not your stepmom.
Yeah, half siblings. Right?
So are you saying she should tell her husband?
This is now what I said initially.
Okay.
Now this is truth hidden and now over escalated.
She should just bury it and die with it.
Let me ask you a honest question. Take yourself to be in the place of that man. You're married to a lady. She gives birth to 4 children. You are not the father of the children. What will you do?
My dear, first of all, if I don't really know my capacity, and then maybe I felt that I was the one that gave birth to these 4 kids.
Yeah.
And then you come with it. It's devastating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me be honest with you.
Yeah.
There is no way I can contain it.
It's not, yeah.
Okay, so what will you do?
What will I do? My dear, at this point, I cannot predict what I'm going to do because I'm going to be in an emotional trauma.
Yeah, but give us options. Like you should have a thought of what you should do and what you shouldn't do. So what are you thinking you would do?
First of all,
yeah,
my love and trust for that wife is gone.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
It does not matter whether she was trying to play a sacrificial lamb for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That love and trust is gone.
Okay.
And then, even my father, that love and trust is
No,
gone.
No, he's dead. He's dead. You go and
Even in the grave, I don't have to forgive him. Try and understand where I'm going.
Okay.
This is why I am telling you that sometimes truth may hurt, but it is better said in the beginning.
Okay.
If this man knows that he cannot reproduce, and he was told by his father, which of course I don't know what happened, because how can a son not even know that he can reproduce? But the father knows.
The father knows.
So if we look at this woman's story, there are so many angles. But let's assume that we are following.
But are you going to divorce the woman?
My dear, as far as I'm concerned, if I have to be honest with you, because let me not say because there's camera in front of me, I will now try to play righteous.
Yeah.
I cannot trust that woman anymore.
Are you going to
and
divorce
that
her?
means I can't stay with her anymore.
All right. So now, if you wouldn't stay with her anymore, let's say you want to marry some other person. So how about if you marry some other person, but yet you still cannot reproduce? How are you going to manage it?
At least I have known the bitter truth. But the thing is this, I wish I knew the truth right from when I was young enough.
What about if the father lied to the girl just to have sex with her?
How could he have lied with my
it's possible.
Weaknesses?
Because she's the one that is actually, sorry ma, if you're listening to this video, like she's stupid, because if your father-in-law comes to you and say, I'm sorry, my daughter, my son cannot get you pregnant, he's not fertile, he had issues when he was young, blah blah blah.
Okay.
And you say, okay daddy, let's do it. Why didn't you go to your husband and say, why didn't you tell me this?
This is
Do
where
you get me?
the lady's own wickedness came
Do you
into
mean?
play. You knew, you were told by your husband's father or your fiance's father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of course, they got married after they engaged, right?
Yeah.
So there are 2 scenarios there. Either she was told when they were engaged, or she was told when they married. Okay, let's assume they were told. She was told when
when they married.
My dear, I keep saying this, and I will keep saying it even to the end of this interview.
Okay.
Truth has no friend. Truth is unfriendly.
Okay.
But it has a way of healing things. Maybe when this man was supposed to have known that truth, maybe he could have been in his early 30s. Then he would have been strong enough to deal with the depression and then accept his new reality. Then after 4 kids and how many years now, probably that man will be in his 50s or 60s.
Okay.
And then you tell him this and he gets stroke. What happens then?
Okay, Samson. Let us hear also from the lady's perspective. I mean, we are trying to say that this lady made some mistakes and all, but put yourself in the shoes of that lady. Okay? So assuming that this man tells you, the father-in-law tells you to say, this guy is not going to be able to reproduce, do you think it is sensible enough to go and ask your husband?
Why won't I ask my husband?
Why will you ask him?
Because he's my husband.
So if you ask him and it is true,
then I will be upset with him.
Okay.
Why will you marry me? Because before we got married, we had a relationship.
Okay.
So why were you not honest to me and to tell me that, okay, see,
I love you, I want to marry you, however, I am not fertile or I'm impotent. So you tell me, then I know. Am I ready to marry you and then we adopt?
No. I mean, let's come to reality.
Yes.
Because you're saying this on set or you're saying this verbally, but let's come to reality. If a man comes to you,
yes,
to marry you,
yes,
and tells you he's not fertile, he can't be able to give birth,
yes,
will you marry him?
Rita here talking to you, I can.
You can marry a man.
Not every woman want to have kids. Are you aware of that?
You don't want to have kids?
If it happens, fine. kids doesn't define the fact that a marriage or somebody
My
is in
brother,
love.
you know, so when something happened to somebody
Yeah.
and they talk,
Yeah.
it is different from
No, see, I'm
when
just
they
saying.
assume.
No,
Yes,
see,
yes, yes.
no, you see now.
No,
Wait
no,
now.
that part.
It never happened to me, right?
Yeah.
It never happened to me. But I'm just telling you that if you love somebody, right, a child should not be the major factor why your love should last or what should hold your love for that person.
No, let us talk as Africans.
Let
us bring it down. Let us bring it down.
This is the thing. This Africa thing.
No, I mean, we cannot deny our heritage, right?
Yes, it's true.
Let us bring it down. See, you get married and you are telling a typical Igbo man or your in-laws to say that children will not be the reason why your marriage should last or not.
Exactly.
See, even in the Bible, Abraham needed a child by all course. Sarah knew the importance of a child and went to bring I don't forget that woman name where she go bring.
Anything where you call her.
But wait, remember, see, the man don't already know his disability.
No, he never talk for you.
He never talk about.
No.
She's saying that.
Ask her a scenario.
Yes, she's asking me from this one.
Scenario.
Okay.
Now the scenario they ask her now is say, if to say she knows, say her man,
yes,
not they able.
Yeah.
And then she they tell you now say on her own she fits. Now different scenario.
Okay.
So culture no go get anything to do.
You don't get anything to do with this one. Yes.
Okay, now let us bring it down though. Let us bring it to the subject matter. Now, the reason for this is the lady asked, what should she do? I mean, what is your advice for her? Let us start with Rita.
Sister, my beloved sister, please carry your secret, the same way you kept it for 8 years. Continue until you tell this world goodbye and die with it. Telling your husband might not change anything. Definitely, it will not change anything. Telling him that, baby, your children are your sibling. I'm sorry, it will just create disaster for that family, for yourself, for the husband, and everything. You have committed sin, go and ask God for forgiveness, but don't tell him. That's my advice for you.
Okay, before Samson will comment.
For the same secret she won't die with. Who's forgiveness?
See, I'm not justifying what she did. But telling the husband is going to create more harm. Make she don't go fire will burn. Sorry, you don't go fire.
No, wait. Before Samson will comment on this, I want to ask, why are ladies so secretive? Because this thing you're saying now, I know a lot of ladies will buy the same concept. To say, don't tell your husband about it.
Yeah.
But why? Why are ladies always in this line, this path to say, don't tell?
Don't say ladies.
Is it really a secret?
It's not a secret.
You think it's a secret. Okay, is it a secret to the doctors? Is it a
What
secret to the nurses?
Who told you? They haven't done DNA tests.
What makes you think? See, look, there are many things that may have transpired during this process.
Yeah.
That's why the Book of Wisdom always tells you that nothing is secret under the sun.
I understand.
Even the wars have ear.
That's true. But now, those wars, they haven't said anything. She's the one saying she wants to say something. So my sister, from your fellow sister, I'm telling you, swallow it and die with it. That's my own. And you're asking me why ladies secretive.
Right?
Cool. Yeah.
What about the men that are secretive?
Hey,
no, see, this is.
I don't fear women.
This is damaging, man. No, this is damaging.
It's not a gender thing.
This is damaging.
Do you understand me?
Do you know that? Do you know that if a man finds out this thing by himself, he can shoot that lady.
Okay, now my question. Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Mr. Chima.
Yes.
If a wife or your wife comes to you, go for your teacher. If your wife comes to you and say, baby, your 4 children are your sibling. Your father got me pregnant. What will you do?
First of all, make I start from where you say God forbid bad thing. Let me start from there because God no go allow happen that way. Because I know say I go there potent by God's grace.
Amen.
So, but if it happens that way, I mean, we are going to push it to something.
Because you must stop.
I mean,
so what will you do? What's your view?
If I'm to give my view, it's going to be a very lengthy view because one.
Make it lengthy, we're ready.
Okay, because one, I would have to know who I'm getting married to. Okay.
That's not the point here. It has happened. Thank you.
See, that is why I said my answer is going to be lengthy because I cannot get married to somebody that will be unfaithful. That is one. I would get married to somebody.
Would you know?
No, I would get married to somebody that will be God-fearing.
That's not the. I'm not. See, this one assumption. They're just creating a scenario. You asked me, right? You asked me, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think Lisa, I will never do such a thing?
Okay.
So now I'm asking you, God forbid,
Yeah.
again, it happens.
Yeah.
What will you do?
Anyways, in summary, I would not accept it. Inshallah. Okay, let us hear
See, they want to know what you do.
Okay, see. For me, I would not accept it. Okay? Because you cannot tell me I've been living with a monster for 8 years.
Good.
You cannot tell me I've been living with a betrayer for 8 years. I mean, for good 8 years, you have been sleeping with my father.
You been call 8 years.
Oh my God.
You did talk of 4 kids.
4 children, man. Oh.
So if 9 months times 4 years first, then some of these kids will don't be like 2 years or 3 years or 4 years old.
Child.
So this is not an issue of 8 years, bros. We are talking about a lifetime.
You see? Okay. Anyways, let us ask Samson. Samson, so we are talking about the mitigations now because this lady, she's soliciting for advice. What is she going to do? Now, we've seen this situation. What do you advise her to do?
My brother, see, okay, fine. Since you asked for advice, you need to give her advice.
Yes.
Even though it has over-escalated.
Yeah.
And this is one message I have for my people out there.
Okay.
See, truth has no hiding place.
Correct.
Truth may be bitter, but it is better when it is earlier said. Then whoever is going to feel the wound will heal eventually.
Okay. Yeah.
Not when things have over-escalated. And then that is when you want to say the truth. This man would have been able to contain the truth in his younger age.
The man?
And then get with it.
Yeah.
But now he has gone through the stress of training these kids, financial strain, bills, and everything that makes up a man. And then after he's reaching the climax, only for you to come and tell him that he's not the owner of the kids he suffered for. You have just punished that man.
Oh my God.
Not true.
But however,
Yes, my
my
brother.
brother, truth still not get hiding place.
So you are advising the lady should
To
go
tell
to the husband?
As bitter as it is.
So contrary to what Rita is advising.
Yes.
So she should tell the husband, like,
Yes.
the children are your.
So what do you think is going to be the outcome? Put yourself in the position of that man.
Whatever is going to be the outcome should be accepted because the mistake has been done from the beginning.
Even if it leads to death?
Wait till we go to.
If you be the man, what is going to be your action?
I will be devastated.
Okay.
And then I might make many wrong decisions.
Like what?
Of course, I cannot be able to trust that woman anymore.
Okay.
Of course, I'll be having strong misreactions with the kids.
So what
Will
physical
you kill
actions?
somebody? Will
Yeah,
you
what
kill
physical
somebody?
actions will you do?
Physical actions, like, okay, fine. Even if I want to be very gentle, but I cannot trust that woman anymore. I wouldn't even want to see her.
Will you bust bottle?
No, but what would you?
Wow.
I mean, this.
I may not. Depends on the man.
No, I mean you being the man. What are you going to do? What
Me
action?
being the man.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Camera there upon me now, so
Yeah.
I won't play gentle. Okay, fine. In my gentility,
Yeah.
I'm telling you that I cannot trust that woman anymore. And when you cannot trust a woman, how can you dwell
Will
with
you
her?
divorce her?
I wouldn't even want to be around her.
That's
in the first place,
definitely
because why
not.
she sounds
Family
like
don't
a bitch
scatter
that
now.
she
Family
is.
don't scatter.
Bros, this is the reason why I said from the beginning that this lady, in fact, to me, I'll blame the lady.
Yes, now definitely 100%.
Because from the beginning, you were supposed to ask your so-called lover when your father approached.
approach you, yes.
And then, even if it is going to be a critical decision that you have to leave the man, depending on your own choice of having kids.
Yeah.
But at least that was the early stage.
Yes.
The man will be young enough to contend these issues and then probably go to the father and say, okay, why didn't you tell me this problem from the beginning? Why did you keep it to yourself? And then the blame would have gone back to the father.
And now she's coming to say, my heart, I'm feeling.
You are feeling, what are you?
After you've enjoyed your father-in-law.
Enjoyment. Do you know whether it's enjoyment?
I don't understand. For 8 years.
So you mean you enjoy all these things? Every man.
How will you have sex with somebody that you don't have emotional connection
And you have
with?
4 kids.
What are you saying?
Okay, for ladies,
my brother.
they, before they have sex, they will have emotional connection.
A normal woman, if you are normal, you should have emotional connection with somebody that you're intimate with. Sexually. Yes,
Think
that's
about that.
that's how we are wired.
And then you're coming to tell
That's
me
how
that
ladies
you
are wired.
That's how we are wired naturally.
She's not wrong. And then you're coming
Honestly,
to tell
for
me
8 years.
that you're trying to help
I want you to talk
have
now.
given birth to 4 kids.
Which
How
can
am
help
I-
with that one?
How am I going to,
Process it.
I'm a criminal psychologist, Abi.
Yes,
But this
ma'am.
kind of situation, it make you go mad.
Okay. All right.
Hey, God.
All right. Thank you very much. We've heard the opinions of Rita and Mr. Samson. Of course, I suppose you enjoyed Samson and his opinions. And if you have any story you want to share, you have something you want the world to advise you about, you have something you want us to deliberate on, please feel free to reach out to us. We are going to know how to help you out. Okay, thank you for your time, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, and also we are on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
The Blunt Bliss Show. And also Samson is going to call his handle for you on Facebook and on TikTok so that you can follow him as well.
Godman TBT. GODMAN TBT.